Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out a solar lumens chart, and I think we might be on the verge of getting a huge breakdown. However, there are some signs of hope in the short term showing up. Why? Because if you remember, the last time that we talked about XLM, we were around, I think, these areas, and the idea was that what you do not want to see is a continuation of the move down in order to get a break of this unbelievably important support area between 35 to about 36.5 cents. And by breaking it, I don't really mean that going under it. No, for example, if breaking a support for you means just simply going under it, then okay, is this actually a confirmed break of the support? From my POV, absolutely not. I'm going to argue, if you want to say a support or a resistance is broken, you need to go under or above that region, followed by that do a pullback, and then get a continuation of the move down in order to take this important low. So as far as I'm concerned, maybe this is actually just a simple fake out in XLM. And why did I say earlier that there might be some signs of hope showing up? Because I think this might be a beautiful looking head and shoulder structure. However, it's not confirmed yet. You need to wait, I'm going to say probably 12 to 24 hours in order to confirm this pattern, meaning we get a successful break of the neckline right in here. Whoa, what just happened? Let's just take this object. We need to go above here, followed by that, do a pullback, and then get a continuation of the move up. And I think this is going to take, let's say, 12 to about 24 hours. And if we do this, then okay, number one, this is going to be a good sign indicating we have probably hit our low in XLM. Number two, what's going to be a likely target for this pattern? First things first, you have to put your chart on regular scale, okay? Measuring waves on logarithmic is simply not a thing, and then you need to measure the height of your pattern and put it at your breaking point. As you can see, this is giving you like a 38.5 to about, let's say, 40 cents XLM, meaning generally you can expect like a 10% move on the upside in like very short term, which will be an optimistic sign. But from my POV, it's not actually enough. What I really do care about is the shape of the move that we are hopefully going to get. You see, if you want to be bullish on any chart, in my view and in terms of Elliott Waves, you need to be able to find off of its recent lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. This specific structure is called an impulsive movement. Rules for it are, we should not have overlapping of the waves between our wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of 5 wave, wave 3 is not allowed to be the smallest wave. That is like a huge no-no in Elliott Waves. And when it comes to the sub waves, there we go. We must find 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have many different scenarios. Let's say ABC into 4, and yep, a WXY structure into wave 2. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. So here's the deal. What I do not want to see in XLM is actually a move up, and you may think this is an optimistic sign, but again, pay attention. Earlier we said we need to pay attention to the shape of it, and this is what I don't want to see. I don't want to see a move up followed by that a very strong move on the downside without a lot of overlapping of the waves. Why? Because that is going to imply that in XLM this is actually an ABC. On the other hand, what I want to see is a move up, sure, but then after it a consolidation pattern followed by yet another face up. If I see this thing, you know what, great sign. Maybe we are having hopefully off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, indicating maybe in XLM we have hit our final bottom. So right now I think it's a little bit too soon to jump into any kind of bullish conclusion. At the moment, in my view, it's just a bit of a waiting game. We need to see a very strong 5 wave, and followed by that a very deep pullback, but at the same time a very slow move down. And assuming that in here I see the right sub waves, and by the way, I think in this phase, if we are going to get something like this, we are going to have a retest of this important level. And if we are going to get to about the higher band of this level, okay, that means maybe like another 8% move on the downside. And if I see the right sub waves, fair enough, this can be a beautiful long opportunity, in hope that on a higher degree we're gonna have, guess what, a 1, 2, and what's next, very big move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So in XLM, sure, there are some signs, some good signs actually showing up. However, it's really too soon to be completely bullish. Also, here is a very important sign in terms of indicators if you want to know, are we going to get like yet another move down, or maybe from here we're going to get a very strong bounce. So let's check out MACD. What is going on? This is, as you can see on the live chart, a low. The other one is a lower low. However, in MACD, we are having a low. The other one is a higher low. And here is a beautiful bullish divergence and the line for it. Now, a lot of people are saying between a low and a higher low in MACD, we need to actually reach to about the neutral zone and then get a move down in order to create that higher low that we talked about earlier. And then that will be a valid bullish divergence. So if you want to go with that assumption, fair enough, just check out H1 time frame, because once more, as you can see, what do we have? This is a low. The other one is a higher low, and between these two, as you can see, we definitely got to the neutral zone. So the point that I'm trying to make is this: one way or the other, this is a bullish divergence, which by itself is a fantastic sign indicating we're going to get a move up. However, if you want to say that in XLM we are going to get a move down and potentially we are going to get a break of this level, which will definitely not be an optimistic sign, then okay, what you need to see is a break of this divergence line, because at that point, number one, the bullish sign itself is invalidated, and number two, breaking a bullish divergence line usually translates to a rather sharp move on the downside in most cases. Okay, so if we get a break of this thing, at that point, count on some more strong downward price action, which is going to translate to a break of this level most likely, and that is really bad, because under here in XLM, we really do not have a whole lot of strong supports until all the way down here between 25 to about 27.5, 28 cents. But as long as we're not doing that, let's be a bit optimistic and count on a very strong bounce back. But again, the bounce itself is not important. Pay attention, please, to the shape of it. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in a Stellar Lumens chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.